Am I the astronaut for telling my sister she's free to criticize my work as soon as she accomplishes anything in life without our parents holding her hand? Shots fired. While our parents loved me, 30 female, and my younger sister, Olivia, 27 female, we were not treated equally or held to the same standards. I was always expected to be a hardworking, accountable child to make responsible choices. But Olivia was encouraged to have fun, and our parents bailed her out whenever she made an irresponsible decision. She's the baby, right? For example, when Olivia performed poorly in school due to not making an effort, they would pay tutors to do her homework. Oh, that's a great lesson, folks. But if I genuinely struggled in a subject, they would tell me to figure it out myself. Their justification was that Olivia was the baby sister and she needed more help and attention than I did. But they have still clung to this excuse when Olivia is well into adulthood. Yeah, she's 27. I still love my parents, but due to their favoritism, I am honestly closer with my husband's parents than with my own. I think this is probably common. My parents helped financially with the first 2 years of college, then I had to cover the rest of my bachelor's and master's degrees myself. They financially supported all of Olivia's education. Olivia wanted to become an RN, just like our mother and grandma, but she could not pass most of her general education courses and eventually dropped out because she said it was too hard for her. Olivia then convinced our parents to invest a massive amount of money into her to begin a business. She owned a store that sold things like candles and bath bombs, but the store went bankrupt after a year. That's pretty fast, especially when you have seed money. But I think most new businesses go down. Well, I don't know what the percentage is, but most new businesses don't survive a year. Currently, Olivia is unemployed and living with our parents. She claims she is figuring herself out, which means she is mainly partying and spending time with her high school friends. Olivia is upset because many of her old friends are no longer in the area. She'll call me to express her disappointment because her friends are moving on with their lives and families of their own, and they have less and less time for her. I tell Olivia I am sorry to hear that and that I have to hang up soon. We celebrated my son's birthday with a family dinner. I was talking with my aunt-in-law about my students. I work as a creative writing tutor on the side to pick up some extra money. It's Jessica Day. It's Jessica Day. I help my students with world building and whatever else they need help with in their stories. My students are all passionate people with genuinely good ideas, and it feels as if we're just having a conversation. Olivia joined and asked a few questions, then commented, "Not like you would ever be able to make it big yourself. No offense, sis." I responded, "Olivia, a quick reminder that you have accomplished nothing in your life without mom or dad holding your hand. As soon as you do, you can criticize my work all you'd like." Olivia was, of course, offended and started causing a scene. My parents and a few other relatives said my response was cruel, and I was out of line to say it, but my husband and his family say that Olivia invited it after insulting me first, so I am conflicted about if I am in the wrong. I am hoping for some unbiased perspectives. Edited to add, several of you asked if Olivia had a learning disability or another impairment that caused her to struggle academically. Olivia has never been suspected of having a learning disability, much less diagnosed. I explained Olivia performed poorly due to a lack of effort because she would either skip classes constantly or take 20-minute bathroom breaks every class period. Olivia was and still is intellectually capable of succeeding academically, but I believe Olivia has never learned how to apply herself and to not give up when things become challenging. This is because she was trained to be the baby, and as soon as things get tough, give up or ask mommy and daddy for help. And now she's 27 and they never weaned her off of that approach, and now she is literally just suckling on the teat of the parent favoritism that she's always received to this point. What was the original question? Am I the astronaut for telling my sister that she's free to criticize my work as soon as she accomplishes anything in life without our parents holding her hand? This was a response to her criticism, and I think I heard something not too long ago that makes a whole lot of sense for this, and it was a quote goes something like this. Can't even remember who said it. It was, "Don't expect me to apologize when you hit me first and I hit back harder." Something to that effect. You can't complain whenever you get hit back by someone. This is like a grown-up scenario flashback to when they were kids, probably, and Olivia would antagonize OP here. OP would react, Olivia would run and tell her parents, and OP would get in trouble. It's just the same old trick over and over and over again. Yes, Olivia's mentality here is I can do whatever the F I want, and if anybody's mean to me, I'm the victim. I can say whatever I want. I can offend whoever I want. I can fail however I want. I can take advantage of people any way that I want, and if anybody said shit about it, they're the bad guy. OP, you can take some comfort in this. OP's sister, Olivia, created her own pain here. She's creating her own pain. She's creating it by touching the hot stove, right? She keeps doing these things that cause herself pain and then blaming other people for it, but putting herself in this position over and over and over again. The cool part for you, OP, is that mom and dad aren't going to be there to support her forever. There's going to be a point way too late in life for Olivia to turn anything around. There's going to be a point where she has no one to baby her anymore. And she's just an asshole and no one wants to be around her. And she's confused and she doesn't understand why life is so hard for her. And she's already kind of there, but she's still getting babied. So imagine what it's going to be like when nobody's there to baby her anymore. How the hell is she going to deal? How's she going to cope with life? Where's she going to go? What is she going to do? It is time to start figuring shit out. Now, I will say, at 27, I believe between 20 and 30, there's a lot of figuring oneself out that actually does happen. I don't think I started doing life anywhere near right until 30. I think 30 is whenever I started figuring shit out. I don't think my adult life started until then. And I had already been a parent for 10 years at that point. So I mean, there is a grain of truth to this because she may be figuring herself out, but she's doing it in a very shitty, entitled way. And that's the problem here.